Yeah, let's listen to Tectone, man. Techie is like
shit.
talking about, I don't know why it's like starting there. Techie's talking about
Now
shit.
listen, guys. I know I've been posting a lot of about Genshin lately. Surprise, surprise.
He
None of it
been
actual
yapping.
content, but you know, little bit of drama. That's why I love
Yapping,
staying up to date
yapping.
with Genshin, because it lets me talk about all this dumb shit. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say I told you so,
Ooh.
but let me pretty much explain to you a couple things before we get into this, because I'm going for a victory lap here real quick, as I've always done, but people can continue to live in their delusion and say, well, it's better than nothing. Let's go on here. There are two types of people. People who get that I'm right, and people who don't get that I'm right yet. Here's how a Genshin Impact's lifestyle, a Genshin Impact player's lifestyle goes. And feel free to make a meme template of this and post it on Twitter for me to retweet if you like. Genshin Impact player, new player, starts the game. Oh, look, this funny bald guy. Look at him getting so angry about gacha games. It's pretty funny. Let me follow it. A couple more days later. Man, he sure is angry. I don't get what's going on. Why is he always so angry? Couple more weeks. Oh, Tectone, man, he's still angry. I don't get it. Everything's fine in Genshin Impact. I'm going to unsubscribe. 4 months later. Man, there's nothing to do in Genshin Impact anymore. Opens up YouTube. Realization. Oh, God. Tectone was right. Resub.
It's like literally the same thing all the time. I don't understand how people can't see the basics and understand that it's always the same underwhelming repeated cycle. I don't get how you can be so ignorant and just not look at it for 1 second and see what it is.
That's how it goes. And we all know it. But for those who don't know, there are things that I'm right about.
Remember, every Genshin drama is always this guy's fault? True. This is, yeah, he posted the patch notes. He made the patch in Genshin. This is his fault. He did this.
Things that I'm not right about yet. And today we get to talk
this
about
guy made China mad.
A lot of fun, because guess what, boys? When us Americans say shit,
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Hell yeah, brother.
Guess what? When the things that the Americans say get to China, that's when we have the real opportunity.
Exactly.
That is all.
Because Hoyoverse only listen to Chinese community. But when the Chinese community open their eyes and hear about what we are thinking, and they agree, that's when things are going a little bit wild.
Try to do. People say, why do you keep beating the dead horse? Why do you keep beating the dead horse? And for anybody wondering, yes, I'm dressing like shit because I got out of bed to make this video because I was so excited about this. Well, I get to relax for a little bit because it seems my words and other people's words have made it to China. Because guess who's pissed off at Hoyoverse? Our Chinese brethren have
Thank the Lord.
received word that we're pissed and they're pissed
the
too.
The command has been sent.
Let me tell you why. Genshin's Douyin account has
Same goes for Koreans and Koreans, the MMOs, RPGs. Nice. I don't think that's the case with Lost Ark, for example, but I guess that's the case for majority of Korean MMOs. Yeah, true.
More than 1 million followers in a day.
A million?
Million.
Damn.
1 million.
Wow.
That is insanity. I've heard of thousands.
That is a lot.
More than 1 million. Chinese players were dissatisfied with the Chinese New Year's rewards, after which a strike began. Apart from Douyin, people are also unfollowing them from other social networks. So, remember when I said that the rewards are shit and the update is underwhelming? Well, turns out China agrees with me 1,000,000%. And you want to know why? Because they have their head out of the sand and they're going to say what needs to be said. Now, what's crazy is when I've been saying this shit since the goddamn announcement, I've been called negative, beating a dead horse, toxic. Why is he saying all this shit? Oh,
that's because Tectone is wrong, and anything Tectone says is wrong, and all he does is hate on everybody. So that's why you should not listen to Tectone, because all he does is try to create drama and hate on people.
Oh, but now that Genshin and the Chinese community have started weighing in on it, oh, now what I'm saying is making sense.
Let's be real. Everybody knows what the hell you're saying, and we agree. The only people that disagree is like, there's literally just children. It's like fucking 12-year-olds just on Twitter just saying blah, 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 blah. Nobody actually, they're not listening to your argument. They just see Tectone and it's like, oh, it's popular to hate on Tectone. Let's hate on Tectone as well. Like, Tectone is such a sweet and nice dude. I am hearing from friends of his friends like how sweet and nice he is. Like, he's a great dude, man. It's insane how people can still be so like angry about anything he says. Like, he's just saying straight up facts. It's not even a hippo. Like, everything he says is so blatantly obvious as well that it's insane that people can go and disagree with it.
I'm gonna say this once, and I'll say it 1,000 damn times. Constructive criticism is not toxic.
True.
Me saying that the game is shit is not toxic when it's treating its players like shit. I'm sorry.
That
if
is
you
true.
Get upset because
most of the time saying those words are actually very negative and toxic and nobody want to listen to it. But if the community, if it's like treating player base like shit, it's bad. I'm gonna be honest. I always knew they treated the player base as shit, but I never knew or felt like that it was personal, like for them, not for me, for them, until I saw Honkai Star Rail, until I played Honkai Star Rail and saw the completely upside different type of behavior and treatment to their player compared to the Genshin one. It is insane. It's day and night. And then I realized they're doing this on purpose. This is purely on purpose. Like, they just want to say fuck you to all.
Respect for the players.
And I still like Genshin, but I will not put my time and effort and a lot of time into that game because it's not. I'll play it sometimes, but it will not be my main game ever again. Never again. It just can't be anymore.
That they so rightfully deserve. I'm sorry that I feel bad for the people who've been playing this game for 3.5 years and get treated like shit when every other one of their games gets more shit.
That is exactly what people have been doing, Abe, with Genshin and more. All the feedback Genshin has received was instantly put into Honkai Star Rail and more. And more. I can't believe this.
When every other one of their games gets quality of life, when every other one of their games gets endgame, when the game that I once loved more than anything else gets treated like shit.
Same.
After day, patch after patch. I
agree.
apologize.
I spent a lot of money on Genshin and I've played that game nearly daily for like 3 years or 2 years. Something like that. I played it since beta. I played a fuck ton of that game. I love Genshin and its world and a lot of its characters, but that game is just not being treated right. And goddamn, the end game is never being made, and they've even publicly said they will never make it. But then you look at Honkai Star Rail, bro, we're getting a new end game type of format every second patch. A new end game, a unique and interesting one as well. I don't get it.
That makes you
so
upset.
Weird.
All I want is for the players to get what they deserve. And yes, I get a little bit obnoxious about it. You want to know why? Because me being obnoxious about it actually gets changed, i.e. the goddamn weapon banner. Do you think I just randomly bitched once and it changed? Hell no. I bitched for months about how much it sucked, and then thankfully the Staff of Homa incident occurred, and then we got some change because that shit got to China. And now, once again, we should be seeing some change. And
exactly.
When we do, I'm going to make a follow-up because when China's angry, Hoyoverse buckles. You're welcome, by the way, for all these motherfuckers have been on my case. Okay?
I think Tectone might be one of the only Hoyoverse creators that has an influence on the Chinese audience. I think he might be the only one. Because when he complains a lot about something, they hear about it. They really hear about it. I think because of his Staff of Homa clip, of how big it became in China, I honestly think like after that, whenever he complains a fuck ton or talks about something a lot, because this topic about this patch has been a while. I think he somehow has an effect on the Chinese community. There's something with them. Any other Western creator has zero effect. Zero. Nobody gives a shit about them in China. But I think Tectone, the funny bald guy screaming, that's someone they actually respect and listen to.
You don't just stop complaining until change happens. That's not how that works. That's not me beating a dead horse. It's I'm going to keep complaining.
He's no horror script. No, he's a variety streamer. He does bear. He is, or he kind of, it didn't even originate from it, but he did really pop off from making Genshin video. But he is a beacon in the community. He's a beacon. He is indeed a very big creator within the community, but he's very much a variety streamer.
Until the changes that I want to happen. Otherwise, you have done nothing. Nothing. Why do you think 72-hour strikes don't work?
Yeah.
Because if you don't continue
the reflection on his bald scalp is shining upon the Genshin community.
They deserve this shit now.
True.
What I would like to say is what's very crazy is Tawano says, interesting to see what MiHoYo will do. When the CN community has something to say, I imagine MiHoYo possibly will act. Whatever the that
use
is,
one of those.
$5 says they do nothing. Unsure of that, they are much more responsive when it comes to CN community. Even Tawano understands that they completely ignore the EN user base. Want to know why? They complain for 24 hours and then they give up. That's what they do over and over and over and over again. Why do you think Zhongli got changed? Because China said they needed it. I actually like this decision. It's not toxic, but it has the chance to be impactful enough that the Chinese or the Genshin team pays attention and listens to their players for once. It sucks that this always comes down to CN actions. Oh, I know. Now, I am going to say this once. Oh, and by the way,
is he getting a sex? He is getting Loven's advertisement. What?
About 10 to 20,000 more.
Bro, what the fuck? What?
Since this has been posted. But if I said this once, I've said it 1,000 times. If you are not criticizing the game you're playing, when it needs
Twitter is a wild place.
I apologize. You're an idiot, and you are part of the problem. It is the truth. Playing pretend and being Mickey Mouse,
targeted ad,
saying, "Oh, I love everything in this piece of shit."
He puts it on his bald head.
It's actually going to do quite the opposite, because then what you're doing is anybody who tries to criticize the game to make it better, everybody's going to call him a freak. Everyone's going to call him a prick. They're going to treat him like shit, and then they're just going to give up, just like I gave up multiple times. Because why am I? Genuine question. I mean this genuinely. Why am I the content creator that is trying to fight the most to make this game good again? Genuinely.
That's a good question, because he's moved on to be variety. Like, listen, I'm gonna say it right now. He's grown moving away from Genshin. He's doing well. He's doing really well. He doesn't need Genshin to do great. He does other shit. He's doing good. He's enjoying Honkai Star Rail as well. He doesn't need to think about it that much. But those people that have Genshin as their main game, they're the ones suffering. And they're the ones silent. And if they try to play something different and do variety, they go from 5,000 viewers to 200 viewers. And they don't want that. So that's the thing. They should try, I don't get it why he's the only one trying to get be outspoken about it. These fence sitters are really weird in the Genshin community. It's really weird.
Do we not remember how good this game was on launch? Do we not remember how magical the feeling was when we all first
it was so good, dude. It was so good.
You cannot look me in the face.
Launch was an amazing time.
Events, patch after patch, getting minimal zones to explore, patch after patch, having characters and weapon considered content.
Yeah, I agree. The game launched and it was a blast. This was magical. It was so fun. But all the patches was underwhelming and boring. It didn't add anything. It was so weird.
After patch, getting literal 50% of the rewards that the other games get, patch after patch. And then you want to tell me that the people who are saying that's a good thing are in the right? You're insane. That is the same reason why these dumb idiots end up on America's Got Talent, sing in front of millions of people, and they sound like shit. Because the people who care about them are too much of pussies to actually vent their frustrations. Content creators, I implore you, if you think
that was great.
need to be
I like the story
fixed,
again.
vent those
Just the patches were boring.
and continue to vent those frustrations until they are fixed. And when you see someone who has a different opinion of you, regardless of what you might think of me, I actually quite like Genshin Impact. But I don't like being disrespected as a player.
True.
It drives me insane. And yes, it makes me very
True.
jaded.
Yeah.
It makes me very jaded because I have spent so much money on that game. And with that money, I get furious. Don't you get furious when you pay thousands upon thousands of tax-paying dollars and there's still potholes in the road? Do you not get upset when there's crack needles on the street? When there's people
crack needles
in the city that aren't eating, that don't have homes, and yet you give money after money after money to help fix your city and it does nothing? Who would not get upset by that? I certainly would. But then again, I am not contracted. So I don't have to do all this fake ass, oh, I love the game no matter what bullshit, because it's disingenuous. Don't just do it on Twitch. Make a goddamn YouTube video. That way people actually see it. It has an algorithm, because clearly things can change and we can reach CN, because even they know 4.4 looks like shit. Even though you guys understand the Lantern Rite Festival is to support Chinese New Year, right? And you know what they got? A skin selector.
Ooh. I can buy a skin. Now, let's be real though. It's a skin for Ganyu, and Ganyu is the best character in the game. So, you know, that there it is. And they also made one for Shenhe, which is also one of the best character in the game, you know. And I'm talking about best and, you know, whatever it matters. So, yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. But overall, the rest of the patch looked kind of dull and boring. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of underwhelming. It didn't really look interesting at all.
China gets a skin selector and we don't. Even if they have to purchase a PS5, that is still something more that they got and we didn't. I find that insane that people are just okay that they'll treat one server better than ours. It's like you're into cuckoldry. It's like you like watching people, your significant other, because you're sitting there and Hoyoverse is Hoyoverse is your girlfriend, and then us Global's like, huh, well, maybe I can have some when you're done. And then he spits in your face and says, shut up, bitch, and continues your girlfriend. They treat the other server so much better. It's blatant. They only listen when the other server talks, and you guys are okay with that shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because at this point, you got to be into some freaky ass shit. And the worst thing is, when you're sitting there watching them your girlfriend and some guy offers to help you and he's like, yo, bro, you want me to get him off your girl? You're like, hey, shut the up, man. Let him finish. He'll let me have a turn. I mean, he hasn't let me have a turn for 3.5 years, but, you know, I mean, I can still masturbate here in the corner. Holy shit, guys. It's time to wake up. Because the reality is, there's going to be a new hashtag on Twitter, and it's going to be starting very, very, very soon. And let me tell you what that hashtag will be. Hashtag 3 years for 3 roles. Because the 3-year Chinese New Year anniversary.
By the way, remember that Honkai Star gets 10 roles every patch for free. And really rewarding events.
Will be rewarded with 3 polls.
Wow.
There's a multitude.
The best is whenever you do an eventing and it gives you 10 primos. 5 primo gem. Oh my god. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for giving me 5 primos. Oh, how much was it for one pull? 160. Oh my god. Thank you.
Reasons as to what I've seen so far, but it's mostly because of the comparison between HSR and Genshin. By the way, to all of you people who say, stop comparing HSR and Genshin. By the way, the people who they listen to, China, yeah, they do it all the time. But if you want to call me toxic for doing that as well, well, then I guess you'll call me toxic when your game actually gets fixed, because that's what China did to get Hoyoverse to buckle. But you can keep on saying I'm the bad guy, you dumb and yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off. Because once again, let me tell you what, I feel like I'm your
Have you noticed that before the video and now his head has become more red? It's very interesting. He must be really mad. I feel him. I do feel him. But I think it's very funny how his bald head is getting mad.
Because I understand that people who watch my videos.
I love Tectone, dude. I love Tectone so much.
Dad to these people. Because I gotta explain the most basic ass shit. Because I'm a little bit bald, because I'm a little bit intense, they get a little bit scared and they sit there in their pajamas like, why won't this bald man go away? Why did you keep yelling at me? Because you won't listen. Everything that you have told me that I'm doing is wrong.
He's trying to does it, yeah, he needs to
and
breathe.
It gets results.
Bro, he needs to lay down. No wonder he can't lay down. Look at this couch, dude. There's so much shit on it. This guy needs to lay down a bit. He's getting mad about a gacha game. I can't believe this.
Voice their concerns like I do. We will also get change.
Dude went naked. Yeah, I watched that live. I watched that live.
Obvious, but apparently it's not. Because I've been telling
usually you get naked before. That often, not before.
And they still don't get it. The way they delivered it is saying for the company these past year to only give out 3 roles. And by the way, they just lost 10,000.
By the way, he did say he overdid it with that part. He said like he really did overdo it and he will probably never do it again. But people thought it was funny as hell. This guy, he really tried to make the content. That's what I love about Tectone. He tries really hard. I love it.
One of these days,
that's super good guy as well.
Because dealing with this stupid fan base, not all of them.
Not
all of them.
Not all of them, yeah.
Because I mean this genuinely.
Just some.
Not all.
No, it's just the loud ones.
To be honest, the majority of Genshin Impact players are great.
Yep, that's true.
I love meeting them at the...
Every single Genshin player I met in-game, whenever I was doing multiplayer, they all have been super nice and fun to talk to. I loved every single one. And every time I meet somebody that actually plays the game, they are also super fun and like great to talk to. Oh, I love them all. It's just the weirdos on the Twitter and TikTok and stuff like that. There's not that many, but there's just loud minority.
Cons. Do you want proof of that? I actually love Genshin players. I don't mind them at all. I think they're great. I even go to cons, and I even took this photo the other day saying, I love the Genshin community with Nahida and Diluc cosplayers. And they were wonderful. But this whole narrative of, I hate every Genshin Impact player, I hope you know, it's just not real. I love the game. I love the players. But I'm tired of the pushback from these pussy, limp dick, pencil neck, mother content creators who say that I'm toxic because I'm trying to voice my concerns for the game to make it better again. Because I know Genshin was magic when we all first played it. It's not anymore, guys. It's terrible.
My best friend is a Genshin player.
Not as good as it once was. Fontaine was a great step, but we've lost a lot of momentum. The primo gems have not been fixed. No permanent content has been fixed. So why are we not bitching still? Why are we not giving our criticism still? I don't know. But apparently,
Copium Impact, yep.
Regardless, I will keep you updated when HoYoverse addresses this, because they will. But you know what the worst thing is? When HoYoverse addresses this and compensates CN, but doesn't compensate North America and global, because...
I hope that happens. That would be so funny. Can you imagine the drama in the videos? I hope that happens, dude. Oh my god.
Well...
Oh, that would be so much content. Sure I want that.
Because guess what, guys? Unfortunately, if you're not happy and positive about everything, when HoYoverse is throat your mom right in front of you, you're dismissed as toxic. That's Genshin Impact 2024, guys. Hope you enjoy.
You are toxic, boy.
Nothing. But maybe there's hope. I guess we'll see.
We just gotta wait and see. Let's hope that happens. That would be fun drama. That would be really something, huh? That would be really something. Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe. I'll post videos nearly every day, so if you want to watch any more reactions, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you there.